Hello everyone, my name is Pardeep Gupta and welcome to Prajum classes. PT reading and writing is considered to be difficult by a majority of students because of their poor background in English. Due to this, they have a poor bank of vocabulary words which are very essential to do well in this task. Another main reason of not doing well in reading and writing blanks is that very few rules of grammar are applicable in it. Therefore, to do well in this task, apart from a good vocabulary, it is very important to understand each question and predict what is required for solving it. In this video, I am going to provide the meaning of all the choices and then by using the question method, how to obtain the right choice. It is my sincere desire to make reading and writing blanks simple for you so that you become more confident and start solving them yourself. So let us begin with the first question. It is not necessary to read the entire text. To save time, we can start from many of these resolutions are too vague, unrealistic, or overwhelming, and dash up being abandoned within weeks or months. So resolutions mean New Year resolutions. Abandoned means given up. So the question we have to ask is, what happens to the resolutions? Now the choices are result, end, turn and come. In this question, meaning of the choices is obvious and we will have to see which choice denotes the right phrasal verb. Result up does not hold any meaning. In fact, result in would be more appropriate. End up is a phrasal verb, which means how it will finally be. So going back to the question about what happens to the resolutions, they end up being abandoned and so end is the right choice. Turn up and come up do not provide any right meaning to the question. In the next blank, let us start reading from how we can avoid this cycle of dash and failure. Now friends, here there is a grammar rule regarding and with blank. The rule is, if there is a blank before or after and, then the blank should have similar meaning to the word before or after the blank. For instance, if there is a dash and word or if there is a word and dash, in both the cases, the blank should have similar meaning or go together with the word. Many questions can be solved with the help of this grammar rule, and so please understand this rule very well. The question for us in this blank is that which choice has a similar meaning to failure? Now the choices are frustration, which means feeling angry or anxious, errand, which means short journey, profession, which means occupation, precision, which means good quality. The choice is obviously frustration because if there is failure, then it is likely that the person gets angry or anxious. Now, in the third blank, let us start reading from incremental changes that are easier to dash and sustain. Once again, the rule regarding blank before and will apply. So sustain means to have enough in order to live. Now let us see the meanings of the four choices. Consume means to use something. Harvest means collecting grain or produce. Consign means to get rid of something. And implement means to start using a plan. Implement and sustain go together since enough can be had only by working for it. Therefore, implement is the right answer. In the fourth blank, we can start from set a specific and measurable goal, take dash, monitor progress and adjust as needed. So the question we need to ask is what to do after setting the goals. In this case, we can straight away choose action because after setting goals, action is taken. not pressure, not balance, and not work. For the last blank, let us start from we can make positive changes dash. The question to ask is positive changes what? The choices are to last, that last, lasting, and being last. Choices 3 and 4 are grammatically incorrect. For choice 1, we normally say changes to attitude, changes to curriculum, changes to something in a life. This way, we can enumerate changes to last because it does not carry any meaning. Therefore, changes that last is the answer, which means changes that are maintained. Now, let us take up the second exercise. For the first blank, let us start from a community that cares, that's active, and dash. Since we have a blank after and, let us again look at the grammar rule. So we have to find a word which is similar in meaning to active. Now let us come to the choices. Raised means get angry. Encourage means to get hope or confidence. Enraged means angry, which is similar to raised. Engaged means to get busy. Another tip to understand is that active is a positive word, and so raised and enraged can be ruled out because they are negative in nature. Between encouraged and engaged, engaged is the better choice because active means to get busy. In the second blank, let us start from they create a sense of community that's hard to find in urban dash. So the question is urban what? The topic is gardening and urban covers, urban floors and urban constructs carry no meaning and therefore can be struck off. Setting means place or position and so it is the right choice because garden can exist in urban places. For the next blank, we can start from it's a bonding dash, one that strengthens community ties. So the question we have to ask ourselves is bonding what which strengthens community? The choices are patience, experience, incident, and intimacy. Bonding patience has no meaning and can be struck off. Experience means knowledge obtained from doing things in life. We need not go any further because bonding experience is a collocation as well. For the fourth blank, let us start reading from they are spaces where community spirit dash root and grows. So what does community spirit mean? We can check the meaning by pressing on the word spirit.
Spirit.
Therefore, community spirit means people's feelings or state of mind. Now we can move towards the choices. The first and fourth choices do not convey any meaning, like it would be wrong to say spirit leaks or spirit puts. It will also be wrong to say that spirit or state of mind makes roots and grows. Hence, the answer is takes because takes root suggests that community spirit begins to develop within these gardens. For the final blank, we can start reading from they encourage people to take dash in the neighborhood. Remember that they stand for community gardens. The question now is what do the community gardens encourage people to take? Important thing to understand is that we are looking for a positive word because encourage is a positive one. The four choices are pride, which means feeling of pleasure, risk, which means take chance, offense, which means get angry, and refuge, which means shelter. Risk and offense cannot be the right choice because they are negative in nature. Take refuge in the neighborhood does not carry any sensible meaning. Therefore, the choice has to be pride. Friends, I wish to remind you once again that understanding what the question demands from us, along with a good vocabulary, are two keys to enhance score in reading and writing fill in the blanks. So let us do the final exercise. We'll start from this phenomena known as imposter syndrome can dash one's confidence. So friends, phenomena means a fact and imposter is someone who has self-doubt. So the question is, what can self-doubt do to a person's confidence? Since self-doubt is a negative word, we should look for a negative word in the choices. The choices are navigate, which means find a way, illuminate, which means light up, undermine, which means bring down or put down, and fertilize, which refers to breeding. Now, illuminate can be crossed because it is a positive word. Negative one's confidence and fertilize one's confidence do not make any sense. Therefore, the right answer is undermine because it is a negative word and can bring down one's confidence. Makes sense. In the second blank, we can start reading from 70% of adults at dash point in their lives. The question is at what point? The choices are such, every, some, and all. This one should be easy because at every point does not seem the right choice. Regarding all, it should be all points and not all point as a grammar rule. Such point raises a question instead of answering because what are those such points? Therefore, some point is the right answer. For the next blank, we should start reading from imposter syndrome is driven by personality traits such as self-efficacy, perfectionism, and neuroticism, as well as dash environments that create pressure and expectations. This means that self-doubt is the result of traits like perfectionism because you want to be perfect in any performance due to self-doubt. Now the main question is, what type of environments create pressure? The choices are deluded, penitent, innate, and competitive. Here the answer is simply competitive because competitive environments create pressure. Please notice that in this case, I have got the main clue from what is written after the blank. In the next blank, we can start from people with imposter syndrome tend to dash their accomplishments to external factors. Now the question is, what do people with self-doubt tend to do with their accomplishments? The four choices are trace, which means find, apply, which means use, credit, which means add money to a bank account, and attribute, which means give credit to. So the first two choices can be crossed out because trace their accomplishments and apply their accomplishments do not fit in. The third choice, credit by itself, is wrong. Instead, give credit to would have been correct. Therefore, people attribute or give credit to their accomplishments to external factors is the right answer. Now, we can move to the final blank and start reading from to overcome imposter syndrome, experts suggest dash one's expertise and achievements. Now, overcome means to get rid of. Therefore, the question we have to ask ourselves is, what do experts suggest to people with self-doubt to get rid of the problem? The choices are acknowledging, excusing, craving, and weaving. Acknowledging means accepting. Therefore, experts suggest accepting one's expertise and achievements. We need not look at the other choices and straight away mark acknowledging. Friends, if you fail to get the desired band, it is you who has failed and not the teacher. Similarly, when you succeed, it is you who has succeeded and not the teacher. The role of the teacher is to guide you and provide you with the right direction. The hard work has to be done by the student. Therefore, it is my sincere suggestion that you should attempt at least 5 reading and writing blanks every day and note down all the vocabulary words separately. Improvement in reading and writing blanks will require patience and regular hard work. I wish you all the best in this journey. If this video has been helpful, please send your comments and also like, share, and subscribe to my video. Thank you.